Hello there. In 2015, I remember a friend of mine, a lady, confronted me, explained to me that her prayers were almost never answered. So she wanted to know why her prayers were not answered. I asked her to explain to me how she prays, to whom she prays, and all that. So she explained to me, and along the way, she said she prays to God. I asked her to which God. She said Yahweh. So Yahweh is the name of the God of the Jews, though the God in most parts of the Old Testament. It's from the Tetragrammaton. That's the four-letter word YHWH. The consonants, the alphabet of the Jews, the Jewish alphabet, has no vowels, so you have just consonants. So, with time, to better understand the name, Bible translators fit in vowels there. So some people call the God of the Jews Yahweh, others call him Yahweh, others call him Yehweh, whatever. So I asked her if she really believes that Yahweh is the supreme deity. She said yes, of course. Religion has taught her that from birth. So we went through the scriptures together, and by the time we were separating, she understood that Yahweh is not the supreme deity. Yahweh is the God of the Jews. He will reveal himself to the Jews as their God. I asked her to turn to Deuteronomy 32, and that's what I'm asking everybody to do. Just turn to Deuteronomy 32. You read the entire chapter, of course. When you get to verses 8 and 9, you read something very important. It says that when the Most High partitioned the earth, Yahweh inherited the Jews. So the peoples of the earth were partitioned, just as the Berlin Conference partitioned Africa. The people of the earth were partitioned, and among the gods, by the Most High God. So there is a Most High who partitioned the peoples of the earth, the Israelites and others. And to the Israelites, to the Jews, he gave them Yahweh as the supreme God. You see there in Bibles, it's translated as Lord. Where you see Lord, you just put Yahweh. So he is God of the Jews, and he was ordained, crowned, and apportioned the Jews as his own inheritance. So the people of the Jews have him as their God. I'm just using the word God to make understanding easy, because those beings of the Old Testament were not supreme deities. They called them the heavenly people, the people who came from heaven to the earth. They were extraterrestrial beings. So the supreme extraterrestrial being, referred to as the Most High, partitioned the people of the earth, and he gave to them, to the people of Israel, Yahweh. So he is their supreme representative. So she read it, and like most Christians, they know almost nothing about the Old Testament, no offense. And she was like, wow. I said, yeah, brother, it's there. So why will your prayers, or how can your prayers be answered while you are praying to a foreign God? While you are praying to a God that is not your God? This will sound very strange to a lot of people, but of course, that's the question. Yah is the God of the Jews. The Bible is about Jewish literature, and they had many gods: Elohim, El Shaddai, El Elyon, a lot of them for the Jews. So, why will your prayers, or how can your prayers be answered? We are assuming here that all prayers are answered, of course, while you are praying through a wrong channel, or you are praying to a wrong channel. Is Yahweh your God? Is he the channel through whom or to whom you should pray? The scriptures tells you clearly that he is God of the Jews. So if you are praying to him or through him, how do you expect your prayers to be answered? And this is to all Africa. Now, if prayers were really answered, then Africa should be the most industrious, should be the most peaceful, should be positives in all domains. But why are prayers not answered in Africa? Surely, one of the reasons is the fact that Africans are praying to a foreign God, to a foreign deity. It's not their God. Their prayers cannot be answered. That's why, regardless of all the prayers, all the petitions, all the whatever, there is more war, more misery, more of everything negative to Africa.